This woman becomes a better version of herself every day, and I'm proud of her for that. She loves who she is right now because she is exactly who God created her to be. She holds her head high because she is everything God says she is.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jamytta Bell. I'm a bold, ambitious, determined, authentic, scholarly, successful shero. Yes, I am all that and then some. Why? Because I took it upon myself to do what I've been called and created to do, to simply be me. Not saying that being me is a simple task, but saying that it's the best thing I can be. So I work hard at it. Boldness? Yes, I'm bold. I've been told that I have the power to step on the enemy's head and not get harmed. So anything that comes up against me, I choose my battles wisely. But when I have to fight, I know how to stand on the enemy's head with all that's been poured on the inside of me and to overcome. I'm ambitious. I believe that there's always more, and I'm always aiming high to get it. Aim high fits right into who I am. I am true to the blue. I served the United States Air Force for 10 years. 10 beautiful, memorable years. I had to be ambitious to do that. After all, I had been granted a scholarship to North Carolina A&T. I had promised my best friend that we were going to hang out in Greensboro. However, I changed my mind. I changed my story. I changed my life. I raised that right hand to the country. I said yes, and the rest is history. I am determined. I've been told no more times than I could count. However, I never allowed no to keep me from pressing on. Each no was a building foundation for the only yes I needed. Truth of the matter is, most of the no's I received, I gave them to myself. Therefore, to get the best yes I had to have, I also had to get that from myself. So I told myself, yes, you can, yes, you will, and yes, I did. I was determined and I got the job done. There were moments when I had doubts, but I pressed on and I made it happen. There were moments that I was so unsure of myself, but I pressed on and I made it happen. How? By being authentic to the most important person there is, and that is self. If you're watching this video, no matter who you admire, never admire anyone more than you admire your true, authentic self. That self that you are not ashamed to show the world, but more so that self that you are proud to see yourself. Successful, everyone has a different meaning of the word success. However, when I think about being successful, I think about being able to live the life that I've been called to live and not simply survive, but to thrive. To thrive by overcoming, to thrive by taking the better and making it the best, to thrive by not faking it until I make it, but make it until I can make it better. Yes, I am going to always be successful in whatever I put my hand to, because remember, I'm a determined woman and scholarly. I can remember the days that I didn't have any letters behind my name, but I was truly learning lessons. They were the lessons of life. Lessons that I will take with me all of my life. Lessons that I learned from my grandfather. My grandfather who told us that we were never better than anyone else, but to remember that no one was better than we are also. The lessons that I learned from my biological father who was visually impaired, but he told me I may have lost my sight, but I'll never lose my vision. The lessons I learned from my stepfather who said it's better to remember who you've been than try to become who someone else is. Oh yes, I will never forget what it means to be able to go through life with the lessons that I learned from those men. The lessons that I also learned from the powerful women in my life. Those that who have empowered and encouraged me to become true to being who I am. As my cousin told me, girl, embrace your gray. As my mother has often told me, you are a gift and don't be afraid to let the world see it. As my auntie always says, live life to the fullest. And baby, it took me a long time to embrace that But when I chose to embrace that, I found myself loving me more than I loved anyone else. So yes, I'm a scholarly woman from a life that I have received a PhD in. No, I don't have a PhD from a school, but my life PhD means that my troubles came piled high and deep. And in getting those lessons that were piled high and deep in life, I learned I had to make a choice. I could stay buried beyond those troubles. I could remain buried beneath the woes and the sorrow and the pain that life threw my way. I could remain buried through the heartbreak. Yeah, I've had some of those. I could remain buried beyond the things that I tried to overcome that just seemed to be no way out. I could become buried, or I could step into my realness. I could step into my greatness. I could step not out of a comfort zone, but out of that which I was so familiar with. After all, it's not comfortable being uncomfortable. So I don't know why people say, oh, they remained in their comfort zone. It's not my comfort zone, it was my familiar zone. I knew how things would be, and I accepted them, although I was uncomfortable with them. But when I decided to take care of me, when I decided to love me, that's when I learned the power of being bold, ambitious, determined, authentic, scholarly, and successful. I learned then that I would not have to sit back and wait for others to make my life great, but I had to step out on faith to use the gifts that had been poured into me so the doors could be opened for me. I had to learn, and the lessons were hard. The lessons were difficult. The lessons kicked my butt. The lessons were like a boot on my neck and an elephant on my back. But I rose from the lessons. I grew from the lessons. I became me through the lessons. The lessons of life taught me to first choose, make a choice, and let the choice that I make be a choice for the better. Not just the better for me, but the better for all involved. To make a choice to live a life, invite others to come along and live life with me. A choice to create a powerhouse crew and see who was willing to get on board. A choice to be okay with not every day being a great day, but to choose to make every day greater than the day before. A choice to come forth and to build an empire where I can leave a legacy, not just for my family, but for my friends, for my community, for my church, to leave a legacy, not so people can remember my name, but to build a legacy so that they can build their own. I decided that I must go forth. I must go forth and be all that I've been called to be. I was blessed, as you heard me say in the beginning, my biological father and my pa. Yes, to become all the woman that I am, baby, it took two. The one that made me and the one that made me. But between the two that made me, they made the greatness as Jamytta Bell, the bold, ambitious, determined, authentic, successful, scholarly Shiro. Thank you. Until we meet again, go forth and be your greatest you.